After carrying out a raid at a food processing plant in Mississippi this week, more than 680 undocumented immigrants were arrested and detained by ICE. What is the impact that this could potentially have on these families?
Well, that is a very, very important question. And first and foremost, I want to address this question by acknowledging the fact that we all need to be treated with dignity. Human dignity is so essential to everyone. Whether you are a U.S. citizen, whether you are a permanent resident of this country, or whether you're an undocumented immigrant living in the United States, it's important that we recognize the value and the worth of each individual present here in this country. The government needs to recognize that. As a society, we need to recognize that collectively. And as individuals dealing and interacting with each other on a daily basis, we need to recognize that fact. Now, recognizing an individual's self-worth and self-value is intrinsic, or should be intrinsic, in the way we deal with each other at the institutional level and otherwise. So once Immigration and Customs Enforcement, which is a part of the government, recognizes that fact, they should make sure that, of course, these individuals that have been detained can live or be, even if they're confined, they're in confinement, that they still have the essential values and things that they need to survive and exist with dignity. So, for example, this means not separating children from their parents. In fact, toddlers, in instances, have been separated from their parents, and that runs counter to the notion of human dignity. People who are undocumented not having access to toiletries, not being able to take a shower, that too runs counter to the notion of treating people with human dignity and worth. Having individuals in confinement being hungry, not being able to access food when they need to satisfy their hunger, that too is counter to human dignity. So at the governmental level, we have to address this, and as attorneys, we have to address this. As an immigrant as a member of the immigrant community myself, this is something that we must address. Congress needs to address this, and we have to address it urgently. So the impact is far-reaching, but once, as an institution, Immigration and Customs Enforcement recognize that they have the burden of meeting this requirement, regardless of someone is detained or undetained, documented or undocumented, then I think this would facilitate a lot of progress in terms of how the system and in terms of how humans are dealt with in that system.